So I've been looking around and I've noticed that these two firms are losing money. Yet they're supplying our colleague companies with some valuable resources. So I think it doesn't make sense to not make money off of them. I mean, it does make 46 cents, but does it make sense? Yes, I did that joke. So let's put this down onto speed 0 because it is trying to flicker on me. Charge a little bit more from glass, and same goes for plastic. That's good enough. And then, as I look around the businesses, I notice that there's no real clear bottleneck. I mean, I could definitely sell more. I mean, look at this market share. That's with 2 stores here in the nice city. Motorcycles seem to be on the limit, but their market share is also close to the limit, so I don't think there's that much opportunity here. But there is something to be said that if you look at, like, I'm taking a clear decision here to not invest into advertising because it's going to cost quite a lot of money. If you want to purchase one, I mean, there's 3 cities times 3 media types: newspaper, radio, and television. That's a lot of advertising competition and requirements. And purchasing one will probably cost you over $1 billion. Starting one from scratch, you'll spend about 100 million just to build it, and then you have to invest into all that media creation, and that's going to eat up all my money. And when you look at the goals, we're already halfway there in terms of personal wealth. We already dominate the auto industry, which is the other prerequisite. The other one is just to be within the 40-year limit. So I think we had to beeline towards reaching this 1 billion in terms of personal wealth. The easiest way, I mean the most cost-efficient way, is most likely to be investing into more of these selling capacity of the automobile industry. Now, if I'm not going to invest in advertising because of those costs, it may make sense to add another automobile car line here for purchases and sales. As motorcycles across the board, they have a smaller market in terms of opportunities. So with that said, if I'm going to do that, I look around and I see that there's no clear bottleneck within all of the business. And I mean, they're pretty high in terms of demand here. But if you look at the industries, they're also pretty much on the limit. Even if you start at steel, I mean, it seems to be okay, but then you look at the industries like 100, 100, 100%. If you look at the cars, they're close to the limit, even with 2 industries. Same with motorcycles. So maybe the case is I actually need to be building more of everything, which would be pretty spooky. Another thing I noticed is that this warehouse split up with wheels and engines, and the outputs are potential bottlenecks of the future, even though we still have supply here. And if you look at all the industries, they have their engines as well. So it's not a bottleneck yet, but it seems like it's on the limit. So I'll most likely be increasing the capacity all around. And the final observation is that when we look at our personal wealth, Kaiser wealth, it's 400 million. And if you look at our corporate details, the balance sheet, we're worth 400 million. And that's with 186 in loans. And that is paying 4 million in the year to date. That's April. So about $1 million a month. And that's pretty much what it says here, right, in terms of in the bank. It's 1,200,000 per month. So that's another efficient way to increase profitability, simply repaying the loans, especially if we're going to sit on this cash. But we're not going to sit on that much cash because we're going to double up our capacity. I mean, not double up, but we're going to increase it dramatically. I'm thinking about 1 factory of each. Not sure if the motorcycle really needs it. We're still training our new factory, although it's already at level 4. That's pretty good. But I think we should increase the capacity. Our warehouses are set up for 2 inputs, so all I need to do is increase it to 3. So I think it's definitely worth it. Let's start with the more obvious choice here. Let's duplicate this firm. Which direction should we go? Keep it long? Keep it fat. Let's go fat. So you will continue purchasing the same way you were doing before. they are actually Imperium Auto C here. And motorcycles. Duplicate. Can't go fat with you. It's Imperium Motorcycles. Simple as that. Motorcycles C. And then we'll add in this input as well. Give it a little bit of speed so it starts processing. Output. All X'd out. Link to Imperium Motorcycles C. Input link Imperium Auto C. There we go. Is this at a fair price? Is steel maybe a final bottleneck? Let's take a look here. They're all duplicated, so that it should be all pretty much equal. What about these guys? They're not selling below cost. No, they are not. It's good. We want to duplicate this. Actually, I'm going to want to do it from scratch. And we'll make you deal with the wheels and tires from this side. So bring in the inputs. Yeah, 2 of each. I'm actually going to increase this to 3 immediately. And so we're going to have 3 inputs. Should I start with 2 outputs? Well, let's go with 3, why not? It's like, not like that's going to be the savior of my profitability. And these guys are going to be doing purchases of wheels and tires. Do I have a 3rd one or not? There you go. You are Imperium Wheels C. Imperium Wheels A, Wheels B, Wheels C. We'll have our purchases. I don't know, let me stop these purchases. Let that inventory roll out a bit. Meanwhile, I think we should start up with our steel industry, which might be a little bit of a limit here. So let's go on and duplicate you. Maybe I should have done it a little bit backwards, but that's fine. Purchasing my coal, my iron, and then I will produce. Wait a minute, you make steel. Are you doing that? No, you're not. That's funny. So let's produce a warehouse to receive our steel. Guess I can do it here. Not very smart. Let's put it there. So we'll put in a double input, storage, double output. It's just one product. I think we'll be fine with this. I don't think that really matters, does it? And then exit. I want you to bring in my steel. Do I have steel here anywhere? No, because you are producing steel. No, you're not. That's so difficult. Imperium. Who had that idea? So you're producing at 46 cents. Can you not input Imperium steel? There you go. A, B. Steelium, that's the official name of the metal, isn't it? So let's see. I think I should slowly migrate towards the purchase of the warehouse. Actually, I can do that fully. There's no reason why I wouldn't. Warehouse only then. Steel and steel. Car bodies. It's only one. Steel. Wheel and tire. There we go. Wheel and tire. That's why if you ever do this process, you should start from the base. Start going onwards. Then when you duplicate everything, everything will be adequately propagated. So we know that motorcycles purchase steel as well. We have 3 motorcycle factories, of course. Cars do not use steel. So theoretically, that's working. Are you out of inventory yet? Almost. So we can disconnect you. Disconnect you. You will be an output. How am I doing it with the wheels and tires? 3? 3, okay. So you'll be an output. You are most likely not going to be able to sell anybody, are you? Supplier. That's coming to a warehouse. What about you? Engines and wheels. They're actually purchasing these wheels. Okay, so it's going down. That's good. As soon as that's over, we throw them all towards that warehouse. And we'll have everything progressing. These guys are producing at max speed. How is this doing? Apparently okay. Profits are fine. Sales of engines. Manufacturing is the limit. I did not triplicate this guy, so have I replaced my steel? Yes. And then here. Yes. So we can triple the engines. If the engine warehouse is going to be here, I think the industry should be there as well. Supplier from the warehouse, supplier from the warehouse. And I'm calling these engines, of course, Imperium. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so let's pause you really quickly. So the wheels and tires has gone out. So this guy, supplying from there, actually you are going to change to wheels. Official wheels warehouse. Let's check you're coming okay from the right source. You will purchase from the wheels warehouse, and you will purchase from the wheels warehouse. So will you. 1, 2. The other thing that you should seek to do, place everything in the same spot. Then you can do these swaps rather quickly. So these guys are going that way. This guy can be renamed to the engines warehouse. And then you guys will be transformed. So we're purchasing from engines A, engines B, engines C. Output, this is not right. We'll transform you to storage. Seems better. Engines. And then who lost his wheel and tire? I'm sorry, who? I'm pretty sure it's not you. So where are we? We are at motorcycles A, where you're not swapped. Warehouse only, wheels and tires. Good. That should be an improvement in supply. Look at those sales. Why are you down? That's fine. Let's take a look. Why are our motorcycle sales down? Oof, that's a hit. Why is that? We're cheaper. The supply. I don't know. Not much in the way of how I can figure out what happened. Let's take a look at our stores here very quickly. Definitely purchase more cars. Where are you purchasing from? A warehouse. Yeah, why not try purchasing from more? Warehouses only. Sales. We're not going to advertise, right? Let's admit it. Increase trading. Remember that we are currently in Nice, which is the main city. Let's see if that improves. Go to Marseille and do the same thing. I'll expect this to completely strain our industries. Go more cars. And your card as well. Same motorcycles, I mean, from the warehouse. Put those to work. Let's watch our warehouses explode. Zero. Storage. Okay, got inventory. Not working. Nope, 1%. Good. Take a look at our motorcycle. Come on, motorcycle. Warehouses are actually fine. How's the steel industry? Working on the limit. How are our ores? %, out of inventory. Interesting. We double it, we train more. Let's just be safe, right? I have two sources to purchase from. Look at this. It's a lot of steel. Building up. I like that. Let's take a look at our steel factories. We have plenty. Just make sure that I'm not selling to my friend's internal sale under cost. That would be not nice. Okay, let's take a look at our industries here. We are internal sales on both cases. We are actually moving this towards a warehouse. Seems to be fine. Building up the inventory here, maybe not. So let's not cheap out on this. I think it doesn't make sense. The only question is who do I purchase from? It's A or B? Who has a cheaper freight? 6 cents. An extra cent. Good motorcycles. We're at 128. This is already the clear advantage in terms of technology, so I'll terminate this. Go up for a 5-year advantage. Seems good to me. I don't think we need to train more here. We're already maxed out there, so start to be smart about it. Okay, let's take a look at our other industries. Engines finally not at 100% maxed out. Seems prudent. Take a look at wheels. Still a lot of wheels being moved around. We are handling it pretty good. How are our car industries going? Much better. Let me take a look at our stores. Profits going down, revenues going up. That is confusing, to say the least. Can I fit more stores? Let's see, 11,000. It's slightly better, 14,000. I wonder if they'll keep on purchasing it, but they have to. And why is profit that low? How am I selling below cost? Doesn't seem like it. But let's make things a little bit more adequate. Not that much. Next step after this will be to increase the number of stores. But meanwhile, so we have 2 Marseille actually, so let's take a look at Nice. Okay, so Nice. $50 seems fair. What about motorcycles? 8,000. Doesn't make sense. There's some yellow. I think I'll insist on having some yellow in this evaluation. Let's spread that out to all. Okay, it's good. Let's go back to Jakarta. I want to make sure that I have some yellow in these prices. I do. Good. So in Marseille, we have a second store. Just taking a quick look. We did not adequate this. Imperium, warehouses, cars. Let's take a look at the prices. So we made those a little bit better. And we have plenty of yellow. Motorcycles. A little bit better. Profits are 123. That's pretty good. I think we are comfortable in terms of money. Let's go slowly, right? So we pay 80. 600,000 in loans. It's good. Interest rates are at 8 and going down. I have less reason to be overly concerned. Let me take a quick look at my warehouses. Can I sell more? Apparently, I can definitely sell more. So let's come to Jakarta. I mean, let's first take a look at our overview. Cars, 28 million market in Jakarta, 1319. It's a larger market in Jakarta, curiously, even though the price 16,000 in Nice, 14 and 11,000. But if I have the cars, I should definitely push here. I can actually push a little bit more here. I think I go for a third store in Nice. At least one more in Marseille, but definitely Jakarta. So let's start with Jakarta. It seems to be like the easiest spot to go for. And we have some opportunities down here in terms of market value. A huge blob, but I think the store will already cover it. Someone went bankrupt. So let's already rebrand this to Jakarta North. Car body, great. It's more tech. Let's duplicate you. Can we get a good traffic index? 36. That's pretty good, actually. Wasn't expecting that. 60? Are you for real? 63 is not buildable. So we do it 60. Now you. Oh, the Jakarta Stadium. How am I calling these? Imperium Motors. Let's give them a little bit more personality, right? Let's call them by their locations. So I'll have a little bit more capacity here. Downtown. Let's watch this grow. Look at that, we have some level 9s. Incredible. And then here, growing nice and healthy. I think that's a good first step. For Nice, do we have more space in Nice? We do. That quality going up, 81 already. Wheel and tire now is ready. What tech do we have? 100. 2 years? Yeah, sure. Car bodies, 117. 153, that seems very fair. Let's go back. Where do we want to build our next store in Nice? So we have one here in the north. That's downtown. We have one down here in the midtown. They're not south. It's midtown. Downtown Nice. Should I have renamed this Midtown Nice? I like Midtown in the middle of the name. It's mid, right? Can I duplicate you at a good traffic level? I mean, you're at 75. That's amazing. We have a huge golf course ruining everything. 39. Ooh, 51. I want some distance to that guy. It's pretty good. I like that. That's a 57. And it is a 57. So we are not downtown, because we have midtown, we have downtown on the upside. We should call this uptown. Downtown and uptown. What is this? Commercial buildings, golf course, fair. I think it's the golf course. Imperium Auto. Oh, it's Nice. Nice Country Club. Let that run for a while. And as for Marseille, we have one in downtown. Could be north, it is north. We have one in the south. I assume that south is kind of like this way sometimes, sometimes that way. There's not a clear north in this game. And where can I fit another one? It's highly concentrated here. Will it be possible? Duplicate. 30s. Yeah, it actually has some interesting spots. 33s. It's actually further away, which is excellent. 27, which is not bad. The further distance. 24. So it totally makes sense with this little blurb of buildings. So I want to be distant from that. So we have 27. 1, 24, 33. At the Marseille grade school. Because you all know that kids love to buy cars. Marseille Kiddo Land, I guess. So we greatly increased our capacity to sell now as well. Gotta have some sort of bottleneck. Where is it? Seems like it is not steel. Sometimes it does seem like it's steel. We have inventory. Warehouse is fine. These guys are fine as well. It's not the wheels and tires. Car bodies? I bet not. Are we producing enough car bodies? 100%! I do have car bodies from my factory, though. Where is this bottleneck? Well, I think I may just increase this to guarantee. Are you purchasing from the silica? Okay, makes sense. Warehouse, plastic industries, car bodies, training. We're calling you chassis. We'll have the the warehouse input. Imperium, not only warehouse, care, body, seat. Get a little bit more breathing room. Seems fine. There, the output here is fine. Let's take a look. How's the steel? Excellent. How's this warehouse? Excellent. Look at that. Theoretically, we should be selling more. But first, let's come into the stock exchange. 19 bucks. 19 bucks. There, we don't have any more shares. It gives us extra money, which we can come into the F11 screen and repay a little bit more. We have 100 million to 600,000 interest. Cut it by half. Seems fine to me. And then I think it's time that we take another quick look at our products. And so we're gonna look at it in the overall screen, maybe here, automobile. This curve is industry. I want to take a look at myself. Your card is going. What is that curve? Oh, individual store, okay. Things are going up. The single store is going up. Each and every store is going up. I'm optimistic. Let's take a look at motorcycles. Very good. Motorcycles could be going up, but I don't think it really would. I mean, we're at a very high market share already. And as for Marseille, this guy can go up. Why are you down to 0? Tell me, what is going on? Supplier. Warehouses only. Motorcycles. There you go. Let's make sure that you're purchasing from the warehouse. Ooh, I am not. Okay. So I would love to do this systematically, but how do I do this systematically? So start with you. Supplier, it's U button. Warehouse, warehouse, warehouse. Store number 2. Warehouse, warehouse, warehouse. That's the Jakarta Stadium. Look at us going into the profits. Nice, the 2 million mark. It's always a good sign in this game. So Jakarta has 2 stores. Nice has 3. So let's start up with our uptown, downtown store. Warehouse, warehouse, and warehouse. How are you in terms of profit? 3 million mark. That is good. 2 million mark here. We're coming from the warehouse, warehouse, warehouse. Let's take a look at our Lowtown Country Club store. Starting very recently. Everything from the warehouses. Take a look at Marseille. Marseille in the downtown store. This is the north. 2 million mark. Everything working fine. Training. Let's take a look at our south store. In the 2 million mark. Goodbye, happy resource. We are purchasing from the warehouse, but look at that. It's all like maxed out. Warehouse, warehouse. So I have to put you to train more. Then our brand new Kiddoland. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Or R&D, this is going to improve our quality. Marseille Kiddolands already in the profits. Ooh, look at you. Wrong supplier, my friend. Wrong supplier. Let's get you clicking this correctly. That's much better. Let that roll for a while. How are we? 779 million. Progressing very well. Profit is going up. F11. Our loans are going down. We have 51 million. Okay, more than half. 123,000 per month. Let's watch those qualities going in. Now, how can I take a look back and increase anything? End this game. I feel like we should already be ending this game. Our warehouses are fine. Wow, your car warehouse is like, it's working, man. It's working pretty hard. It's actually limited by purchasing now. It's insane. That means the factories are at the limit. Maybe not. I like how you guys are stopped while you stopped. Yeah, fuel and tire, engine. You're lacking steel, which I am actually bringing in from this box here. So you, warehouse stelium, start producing. Do we have anything wrong here? Cars are fine. You guys are fine. every now and then you need to check everything all over again just to make sure you didn't do anything stupid again. Apparently these guys are working. Okay, so motorcycle should have a much better faring now. For cars, we are definitely not keeping up. We are limited by the capacity to purchase, which is insane. Crazy. Factories, they're producing. Producing. I have 2 sales on each of these factories for 1 purchases, and this 1 purchase is not doing enough. Maybe I can live off with 1 less output, which means I could increase the number of purchasing units. Is there any factory that's better off than the others? So factory number A, because number A, number B. Number A can definitely use 1 more purchasing unit. So you. I'm going to purchase from Imperium. Factories, car A. Will that work at all? Oh. Seems to be helping. Oh, starting to see some inventory. Oh, we are really on the limit. So we got brand new tech of steel engines and cars. Let's take a look here. Steel, 5-year tech. Wow, 165. We're on the sprint, right? 800 million. Wheel and tires. I don't think I'll be able to enjoy much of this. Car body, motorcycles are already down. Engines can go down. Cars can go down as well. Try to save up some money. Let's go to Nice. How are you doing? 40%, 29%. Guess I can cut down on this training. The Nice Country Club. These guys can always be trained. It's worth it. It's interesting, right? Look at the capacity of these cars. They're just not able to process it. But we do have a lack of cars. That's a tough thing. Take a look at our grade school store. They're selling all they can. Starting to build a brand. No, it's not starting to build a brand yet. Even though we're quality 85 versus quality 47. Not very fair. What can you do? Guess I'll repay all the loan. No more interest to be paid. We have money here. I don't think there's much I can do. It's like we are pretty maxed out. The problem here is definitely the warehouse. It's not able to cope with it. Now, an alternative would be to have more warehouses or even more factories and warehouses, and each one pointed to a dedicated city. Sounds like a hassle to me. I'd say just speed up. Watch this go up. Can I maximize those prices though? That is one curiosity. We do have some yellow. I don't want to go too far. Did that apply to all? Come into Nice. I don't think we have much space here. 1. Okay, we were able to do 1. And it's covering all cities. Marseille. Marseille can take a jump. Oh man, let's stay in Nice for our final screen. People, of course, selling to everybody. We're losing money here. That doesn't sound fair to me. Really? Good, 2 then. Plastics. Selling to our drug friends. Almost in the profits. Not there yet though. And then lastly, I don't know why I'm doing this. Just seems fair. Let's return to Nice. Come to the center. Come to the center. 2 million, 2 million, going up to 1 million. And I think that's it. I don't see how I can do anything else. Sure, it's going up. All right. Congratulations, we're about halfway. 21 years. Not bad if you ask me. Plus early completion bonus. This is January 2011. A main goal achieved. Get the reward now. Congratulations. You've achieved all of your goals and won the game. You want to continue in the game? Yeah, because we need to take a quick look. So corporations, number 1 in all. Our competitors, it's quite interesting because I was expecting to have more competition or at least more participation from competitors. Clearly that's not the case. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 competitors in the profits. The 5th one, I was the one who created, spun off, so that doesn't really count. So for the next game, most likely we'll have a little bit more favor to the competitors. In terms of business relations, you've definitely been negotiated with them, which is excellent. For the product details, Imperium, take a look at products, cars and motorcycles. As you can see, I guess that's annual, that's pretty good actually. 200 million per year, that's pretty good as well. Take a look at the charts, 1.1 billion in revenue, in a 30-year chart of course. 880 in expenses, that's 220 in operating profit, which goes down to 230 in net profit. That's pretty good. Now that we've liquidated all of our debt, net worth began skyrocket when we started focusing in automobiles and most likely began maximizing our throughput. Once we got a very clear foothold, nothing interesting here. Balance sheet, retained earnings of 1 billion, makes sense. Income statement, a lifetime of 173 million in paid interest. That's about what, almost 17% of our goal paid to the bank, but it made it possible, so very fair. As for tech, in production at least, we did not come to make our glass, plastic, silicon techs. Just curious. I think that was quite an opportunity we had, at least to have some fun. As for the brand, okay, dominance, there we go. Automobile, we retained retail, which is interesting. Manufacturing, raw material production, this makes sense. Very hard to make mines in this game, it's very expensive. Farms number 3, what with 3? Wow, just making rubber. It's curious. And there you have it, I'm very, very satisfied. As for the products, automobile, This is our share in all cities. Motorcycles, clearly smaller market. I would expect to have double share, but it's fine. Let's take a look at product details. No financials, already saw that. Local billionaires, we didn't make it. I would expect to be there actually. Do we show up here? No, we do not. Need 2.6 billion. That's sad. And who's the number one? Bill Gates. The old list, huh? Manufacturing items, cities, quality of life. How did your card end in terms of real wage? 57. That went up the whole game. That's curious. As for the opportunities with housing, negative is good. I could have opened apartments in Jakarta. And offices as well. As for Nice, houses began bad, became better. Offices were never a good business. In Marseille, pretty similar story. Just the offices had a good opportunity, but then went bad at the end of the game. So that's interesting. It's a population 2 million, 4 million. It's interesting what happened to almost 1 million people. Good. So that's it. Coolio. If I made an IPO, what would that give me? They're at 40%, 1.5 billion, 3.7 market cap. Not bad. Nice. See you later.